European office of NSF International, just outside Brussels, the NSF Food Equipment Certification Team support manufacturers of commercial food equipment all over Europe. We asked Anne Willems, the Unit Manager for Europe, to tell us more about the certification.
NSF certification is an independent third-party certification for commercial food equipment that is sold on the US markets. The certification requirements are based on the FDA Food Code, which is the legislation in the US for equipment that is used in restaurants and food retail stores. That is also why public health inspectors will actively look for or even require the NSF mark on the equipment when they are doing inspections in the field.
The certification seems to be very important for the public health authorities. Can you explain why this is the case?
First of all, it's important that NSF certification is a sanitation certification. It covers food safety aspects of the equipment to protect health and safety for the final consumer. The certification requirements that are reviewed are, first of all, the materials, the design and construction, and in some cases, the performance.
You indicate that the food contact materials, the design and the performance are all verified during the certification process. What exactly does this verification cover?
For the materials, we will review all the materials used in the equipment to make sure that they meet the requirements of the area they are used in. The focus will of course be mainly on the materials in the food zone, where we will perform a toxicological review to ensure that the composition meets the FDA requirements. For the design review, we will perform an evaluation of the design and the construction of the equipment to make sure that it's easy to clean. The third aspect, performance testing, only applies to certain types of equipment that have a food safety performance aspect. Typical examples are when we are going to measure if an equipment is capable to store food at a correct and safe temperature. Another example could be when an equipment has an automatic cleaning cycle, where we will perform an in-place cleaning test to verify the efficiency. Finally, as part of the certification procedure, we will also perform initial and annual audits to the final production location.
Can we take a more detailed look at the design review? What do you look out for in particular?
As a first step in the design review, we will identify the 3 different zones in the equipment: food zone, splash zone and non-food zone. They each come with their own requirements, but the most critical one, of course, is the food zone. In the food zone, we will, for example, verify that it is possible to take it apart without tools, and that permanent corners in the food zone have a 3.2 mm radius to make it easy to clean. In the splash and in the non-food zone, other design requirements are applicable. For example, the use of easily cleanable fastener heads is important, or the fact that we will ensure that underneath the equipment there is sufficient clearance to allow for cleaning.
Viewers might ask themselves what happens if some requirements are not met.
After the design review, we will send out a detailed report which lists all the non-compliances that were noted. The manufacturer can then provide corrective actions.
So, even though changes can still be made during the certification process, it's clear that insight into the design requirements can be very valuable. Can manufacturers also involve the NSF experts during product development?
It is a good idea that the manufacturer involves NSF in the early stages of the development. This way we can provide feedback, and can it be avoided that expensive or time-consuming changes are still required at the final stages when the machine is ready for certification.
Indeed, NSF's technical education program offers workshops as well as the evaluation of prototypes against the requirements of the standards as part of the roadmap to certification. NSF International, powered by knowledge.